what these people are made of. They just don't have no understanding. And even the church you got, they don't walk into church. The bankers on that. Right. So they're going to be in the street. So we're going to listen to this. This is called The Voice. We'll go through certain parts of this. As I'll be showing a lot of this. And then I'm going to show the other part of that. And then you can go ahead and shoot right from the beginning. Yeah, right from the beginning. We'll do about 5 minutes. The point is enlightenment. And you point out the symptoms. We have depression, we have war, we have financial collapse. All of these are the result of the satanic system that is collapsing. And people that have been caught up in committing suicide, as we told you, the depression throughout from young and teenage all the way to people 80 years old, seniors. The point is, if you look at the collapse of this thing, and the point is, well, there is a way that's already laid down in the scriptures, but few people understand it because they fail to have a pattern to understand the purpose of Yahweh. And as we say, this lecture here is a series of lectures. It's the power of Elohim manifested in man that were created to show forth that these powers that were available at Adam when he was created and they were lost, partially restored to Israel. Because Israel being what had the power with hell, and the prophets of Israel were show forth had this great power. But that only prefigured the greater power that was to come, and that was Yahshua Messiah, who we know as Jesus Christ. And then after his death, we are resurrection, as we read the scripture, that he told the disciples he gave them power to heal the all manners of sickness. And listen, he said, now greater things than this you shall what? Do. He told them, so this is what I've done until healing sick, walking on water, stealing away. They ain't nothing. He said, y'all can do greater things. So they become co-creators with him in the creation of the regeneration of the man's soul. Now, as Yahshua Messiah, as he resurrected the grave declared on earth 40 days, you go to Matthew 28:19. Before his ascension, he says, his famous word is all power is given to me where? It's some power. He said all power. And as he told Pontius Pilate said, speak. Don't you know I have the power over life and death? You step too far. Just a little bit too, you got to order. He said, you have no power except if you want to begin to give it heaven. He said, if you ain't got that power, you can't put the dog on thing. So this is what we talk about. This power is latent. As it always is, the power latent in that power reserved or hidden within you. And you have the key to it as we go through these lectures. We show forth that one of the elements that you have within your physical body. You say, well, I can't give you metaphysical. That's beyond the physical. You got a physical body. You got 9 systems in this body. And we start off with your nervous system, your reproductive system, your immune system, your what? Circulatory system, your respiratory system, your excretory, kidneys. And you got your digestion, muscles, and skeleton. Now, what system in the body represents power? That's your muscles. That's your muscles. Your skeletal system represents strength. So if you want to understand, you take the natural to understand the spiritual. If you understand, if we go through this, we'll deal with that, is the natural muscles. You know, in order for anybody that's want to develop their muscles, they got to be in the gym pumping. And they're going to be on a high protein what? I mean, a high protein. You go to the health store, you see it says protein. Various proteins, you know, that you can take. You use that to bulk up. Well, that's natural. That's physical. But you're going to need some high protein food for the what? For the soul. And you have to bulk up for you to survive down there. If you don't, you find out you'll be on Prozac down here. And on a Louis Vuitton farm somewhere. See what I'm saying? Because you don't lost as a result of the devil driving you what? Mad. And see, you do have an antidote, or you do have power. And we want to present you with the route to that, and tell you how to do it. Now, we told you before, a course like this may cost you $2,000 or $3,000. You still ain't going to get it all. Because they don't have the divine names and stuff that you need to go through. So, that's the overview. Let us get started here. I'm going to play another DVD in just a moment. I'll pull that back. So, as you pull that back, I'll just run you through this speed of time. Now, let me say this. When Elohim created the man, when somebody can be Genesis 1:26. See, now he got the man. Now remember, he said, what about the woman? Well, the woman was originally where? In the man. And see, in the angelic creation, when we go back, there is no male or female.
That's right.
In actuality, we are both male and female within ourselves. They had just recently, they had a hermaphrodite in the news. And the woman said, you know, she said, when I meet a woman or a man, I am a man and ain't a woman. They said, well, you're a freak. I said, no, she ain't a freak. That's the man man. When he was created where? And Adam believed in God before the woman was taken out of him. Yahweh said, you know what? I know you're not going to believe, but if I don't create what you call a freak for you, you ain't going to believe anything what the man and woman was all one time was. And together one time. So, it's just the fact is that we've been miseducated deliberately by the devil to keep us in darkness. Because in order to initiate this power, you gotta have some power. Just like to build these muscles. You go to the gym, you gotta have a physical training to show you what type of exercises you need to build your tricep, the buildings. You just can't try to do this stuff yourself. See, without some understanding of anatomy and what? Physiology. And see, we're going to talk about spiritual, what it is. So in other words, to understand the spirit, it takes the natural things. In other words, there's a natural light that you can see. There's natural pain that you can feel. If you don't believe it's natural, just grab some hot, you sure know. Find out what hot is. You see what I'm saying? And there's also spiritual pain. Right. Just like the word grief is pain. But there's no physical scars or black eyes or something on you. People suffer from that and suffer a long time as a result of grief, or loss of a loved one, loss of a boyfriend, or whatever. That is natural. That's psychological. And there's a spiritual pain for the loss of Yahweh. See? So, man is threefold. You know, body, soul, and spirit. And as the scripture said, when he created man, he created man in the garden. See? And he was made in the image of God. Now we're going to go through and show you what God is, and what he is, what form he is, and when God or the Son of the Word was created. But before that, you didn't have anything but Yahweh back in the water. We'll go through in just a moment. But just laying something down. So what we have here is that, as you have there, you said, now to me, I'm not going to read this word for word, but man was imbued with certain qualities. What he was imbued with was love, intelligence, happiness, power, humbleness. Those are few qualities that he was imbued with. But all these qualities, none was more desired than what? Power. Everybody wants power. You see what I'm saying? Now, as a result of power, we're going to show forth, in fact, the lust for power, especially for negative intentions. Now, what we're going to show forth in this section, we're going to show you forth the structure and operation. The anatomy and physiology of power. In other words, you got to with the structure of power. You got to have, how does power operate? What does it need for power? For instance, for this body to operate. What you need for power, basically, you first of all, you got to have some food. And the food that you need for power is that definitely has to be a high protein. See, for these muscles to really develop and perform up. So it goes and says, now some of the power plays an important in all aspects of human endeavor. Because what happens? Power begins to undermine love. Power begins, because it's bigger than negative intentions. Like I knew this pimp one time he was down on Chicago Avenue. He was going to my class and I saw him one day. I said, why you messing with these women? Well, I can control the women by putting them on dope. I said, you call that freedom and you call that truth? So, I mean, he was caught in his what? His own lies and deceit and evilness. See, it says many psychologists believe that power is endemic to humans. The bottom line is that power with negative intention is the reason that we have what? A world that's continuous at what? At war. Why you think we go over in Iraq and Iran? We ain't there for vacation. And we're not there to generate them folks. We're not there to give them justice. We're there for them to take their what? Their own. See what I'm saying? So they don't. See what I'm saying? And it says, and what we have here, we have a continual engaged in economic what? Enslavement. Why are you enslaved? You got to work every day. And every day, they better not be late.